In the world of revenue chain solutions, including billing and remittance processing, TransCentra created a data center that is second to none. Processing more than 1.4 billion transactions annually, the TransCentra data center processes vital revenue collection data and information for companies across the U.S. who outsource their paper and electronic bill presentment and remittance processing. I'm James Hilliard, and I visited Jeff Dalton, the Technology Operations Officer with Regulus, now TransCentra. We were at the Napa, California facility, and I got a peek at the daily operations.
And what goes on in this data center?
So this is actually where customer transmissions come in, core services happen, all of the RPS, which is the remittance side, and the DPS, which is the document print side. All of the transactions and the computers are here for the primary functions.
Jeff, I want to get into a scenario here. I'm a billing customer. I go to your web portal. I put in a new message that I want to go out to all my recipients. Once I've logged off the portal, how does that get processed through the data center here and ultimately to the printing processes, to the insert stations, and then out to those customers?
For that process, a marketing message, what happens is after the customer decides what they want to put onto the bill, it goes through our application, goes through a number of checks and balances, and then actually gets streamed into a data format, merged with the data itself from the customer side for the rest of the statement, and it gets presented on to the printers. The printers then spool up and they basically do the print. They put inserts in, they decide what they want to do as far as the rest of the print side of it goes. So it could be any number of different ways as far as print.
By leveraging TransCentra's intuitive web-based software, clients are able to build consumer-facing business rules that reduce exceptions. An example, in the past, when a customer sent a check without a payment coupon or account information, that physical check often had to be manually reviewed to determine where and how to deposit it. And that same manual process, it would occur every time a check without appropriate account information was received. But now, using TransCentra's web portal, clients can actually review that check online once, determining what account it needs to be deposited to, and can quickly and easily create business rules on the fly, automating that process should a similar omission happen on a future payment. The process equates to more transactions being posted in a timely manner without costly manual intervention. For most clients, getting up to speed using the web portal is very simple.
So the customer itself, being that they're already were in the industry, have at least the core fundamentals of how to use it, we then enhance it and make it easier for them to make it faster, better, and also less expensive.
Let's talk about why customers would care about, or what aspect of a data center they should care about when they're choosing a provider, whether it's for DPS or remittance, etc.
Well, most providers look for, or customers look for, security. They look for support, flexibility. High availability is a big one now. They don't really care about all the technical side of it. They just want to make sure that it runs efficiently and effectively, 7x24 by 365.
Along with making interactions easy for customers, TransCentra also makes sure that the whole process is in compliance with industry and government regulations.
One of the most common is actually the SAS 70. We are SAS 70 Type 2 compliant. We go through that every year. It goes through controls and actually looks at both sides of the industry as well, independently as well as together. So the data center is the culmination of that audit. They come in and make sure that both sides are actually compliant.
Let's talk a little bit, and you brought it up, high availability. I think of disaster planning as well. We're in Napa, where California has earthquakes. We have flooding. What are the backup and contingency plans you guys have in place for disaster recovery?
Right. So with any other technical industry, we provide a DR service. We have a sister site actually in Charlotte, North Carolina that provides exactly that. It's a sister facility to the one located here, and it provides backup disaster recovery for all of the systems that are here today.
Whether it is processing data related to paper, bill, and remittance processes, or electronic presentation and payment processes like biller direct web payments, consolidator site web payments, ARC, ICL, and more, Jeff and his team keep the TransCentra data center online, handling some of the most sensitive projects day in and day out. If you would like to learn more about what TransCentra can do for you, visit transcentra.com. I also encourage you to email sales@transcentra.com, or you can call 1-866 747-2877 to get additional information or to set up a site visit. Thank you for joining us today. We look forward to talking to you down the road.